Yeah, it was kind of a weird up and down type of game for us, but credit to Oklahoma State. They were the tougher team tonight. They dominated the boards. I mean, dominated. I can't remember the last time a team dominated us like that on the boards. So credit to them. That's just a will to win and just a desire to just kind of not let it slip through their fingers. You know, coming off a loss, I understand where they were, but with everything in front of us to play for and to see the effort that we, especially that fourth quarter that we put on, it just credit to them. They won the game.
Gavin, Oklahoma State came into this game. I think they're second in the Big 12 in shooting percentage defense. That first half, you're getting 50%, over 50%. Was it, like you said, just more Oklahoma State just really tightening down there in the second half, especially there in the fourth quarter?
No, I mean, I think we had some decent looks at the basket. We started settling for threes way too much, especially from our center. Like, we've got to be able to take advantage of some size advantages that we do have inside, and we just didn't do that tonight. We just kind of started playing disjointed. We just were not collectively moving the ball and sharing the ball like we typically do. And then, again, they created second chances for themselves, and we didn't, do our end of that in terms of we allowed them to get second chance. I mean, 18 points. 18 points off second chance point, like offensive rebounds, you're going to lose games. And then when you shoot 9 for 16 from the free throw line, that is not a recipe for success. I don't care where you play the game. Those are things that you can fully control and focus on. And again, hats off to them.
Obviously, those were the contributing factors, but was it tough to get into a rhythm just with how disjointed, just the way the game was called? I mean, 41 fouls between the two teams. You like to play an up-tempo kind of play. How difficult was that to be able to kind of have that tonight?
Yeah, I mean, both teams have to do it, though, right? So that's probably why the game was in the 60s. Had that not happened, we might have treated our fans and people watching at home to probably a little more up-tempo, fun brand of basketball. But whatever. Two teams had to play with it. They were the mentally tough and physically tougher team this time around.
Gianna and Jenna, just kind of what's your overall feelings from this, knowing, like what Gavin said, everything was in front of you, you had 9-point leads, kind of what's your kind of general feelings right now?
I mean, obviously, like right now, just right after the game, just frustrated. I felt like we had it going into that fourth quarter, and I know I just felt like I gave everything I had, so just like one of those tough nights when you come out with the loss. But, I think there's things we can take from this game and learn and get better from it. We have 2 challenging games coming up ahead on the road, so we have an opportunity to, win from it and show that.
Gianna, what were they doing that kind of kept you from being able to do what you wanted from three-point range, that kind of made you feel uncomfortable or whatever it may be?
Yeah, I mean, they had good defense. They were going over on screen, so I feel like the pull-up was there a little bit more and attacking downhill. And then I just didn't really hit my threes tonight, and that happens. But, I think we just have to learn from playing hard. Games like that happen. So we got to play harder, and I think the outcome will be different.
Gavin, I mean, you guys have been playing so well for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed to be in a rhythm. Everything was going well. Is there anything, I mean, I know you come in here sometimes, you say, I saw it in their eyes that they were going to play this. Like, is there anything you could kind of foretell with this tonight of just kind of this type of effort that happened, or just one of those nights that just things don't happen?
Yeah, I thought we had a great practice yesterday, great shoot around today, great warm-up. I thought that, they had it in them. And then just somewhere along the line, I told them it's going to be hard. I was excited to see us rise to the occasion for this opportunity and fight. And, like part of our scouting report had a picture, like, play with your hair on fire. Like, I just didn't see that. I did not see it. I saw it at moments, and then it's just, you got to be able to sustain. I told them this is going to be a game that mirrors the Big 12 tournament. Are we ready for that? And tonight we weren't. But we need to be the next time around, because in this conference, anybody can win on any given night in any arena. And you got to bring it, and your desire and want to win, meeting with the preparation to win, should get you excited and fired up this time of year. And I just didn't see it collectively from everybody.
Gavin, you alluded to, well, not alluded to, you mentioned the boards, the rebound loss.
Yeah.
What do you think was the biggest contributing factor to just, maybe struggling to come down with some of those O boards specifically?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch the film, but coming into the game, I think we were top 5 in the country. So we've been doing it all season long. So what's the difference? Great question. Again, credit to them. They're want to, they're hustle. They're just like that's what we've been establishing here at Utah for so long. But it requires everybody, and that just didn't happen tonight.
Jenna, you alluded to, you said that you have 2 big games, road games coming up to kind of, right the ship to a certain extent. Where do you think the first step is to getting back on track now?
Man, that's a hard question. I don't know. I feel like we've seen this a few games now where we have 2 good quarters, 3 good quarters, but we don't put a full game together necessarily. And I think just that comes back to in practice, making sure that we stay intense the entire time, and then that's going to translate over to games. So, I'm a senior. We have a lot of seniors on this team. We have to take accountability for that and lead. I think that's the first thing. And then when we put together full games, I think we're going to be in a good spot.